Hello and welcome to my channel, A Lot to Tell. Exactly today it has been 23 years since my mother was wrongfully killed. There was a hospital called Park Plaza Hospital right here in Houston, Texas. Now I think they're HCA. There was a doctor that ordered nurses to go to my mom to give her insulin. But they said later on that her health plan, wasn't any good anymore, and so they had to stop the nurses. So one nurse shows up one day to give my mother insulin. And in less than 12 hours the following day, the nurses were supposed to stop. Another one showed up and gave her another dose. As far as I remember, it was 20 units of Lantus one day, and then 20 units the next day. I was told that it was supposed to be like once every 24 hours and not 2 doses because she had just recently had a heart attack. So because of that, those doses were not supposed to be put together so closely. I was at work. Couldn't explain while I was working. I couldn't stop crying. And I went to visit my mom the same day she died. And she came to me and she said the nurses came back. I said, Mom, the nurses were not supposed to come back because the doctor stopped it Friday. My mother died on a Monday. The same day I'm talking to my mom, I said, what did they do? I was scared, I was worried, I was nervous, but I didn't let my mama know that. And she said they gave her a shot. Now, they were also checking, her glucose level. So my mother couldn't read. She couldn't write. She probably didn't understand that what this person did to her was not supposed to happen because she didn't know. So I asked her, where did you get stuck? Where did they stick you? And she pointed to her stomach. So, of course, the glucose didn't happen there. They actually gave her another dose of insulin within 12 hours of the last dose of 20 units. I hugged my mom, kissed my mom, said I love you, not knowing that would be the last time I would see her alive. She died at 6:30 something, December 30th, 2002. That's been 23 years ago today. And that's the reason why I've been, with God's grace and mercy, fighting so hard to get people to understand and know y'all are hurting our family members. You're killing our family members, but you're being protected so much you really do not care. I've been ignored for 23 years relating to my mom, writing to state and government officials. Even when Governor Rick Perry was in office, I mentioned that as well. I wrote to Marvin Zindler when he was still alive, asking him could he step in because the doctors was doing this, doing that. And they told me that my paperwork that I sent to Channel 13 was archived and they couldn't find it. That would have been my proof to say I've been complaining about the neglect of my mother. So after she died, I hired a lawyer. Even asked the lawyer to put this case together. He asked me, he said, did you ever get a biopsy or anything done on your mom? And I said, no. He said I needed to get one. What I hate about what I did, medical examiners are liars also. They take almost forever, to investigate possible wrongdoing. And they got an extended time to do it. And I was told that within 24 hours, insulin disappears from the body. I had a friend that did biology and nursing, and she was able to tell me that. So all the evidence that was in my mom's body could not be found, could not be discovered. So we're the ones that's left with the hurt and the pain. And believe it or not, almost 13 to 14 years later, I found out that this lawyer stole the settlement from us. Now, I'll talk about that later when I get back to the lawyers that's been ripping off the poor and the unfortunate and those that don't know anything about the law, because I was one of them. So, my mom died from a double dose of insulin. And my sister just recently died because they put a PEG tube in her stomach and she vomited really badly. And she's no longer here. And I was told, like I said before, the PEG was supposed to have been the safest thing compared to the nose feeding. Do you realize that it's almost like they're legally, this country and this state has legally given these people the right to experiment on us, use us as guinea pigs, kill us, maim us, injure us, leave us crippled, brain damaged, mouth infected, gums uneven. They are able to do all of this legally now. It's not like back in the day when they can experiment on us. They can do anything they wanted to on us. And of course, I'm talking about people of color. Hang us, burn us in front of their families. And children watch their parent or loved one get set on fire. With that memory and that image in their minds for the rest of their lives. And some people don't understand why they want to get on drugs. They don't want to remember any of that. They don't know how to handle that. Nothing is offered. We're suffering mentally, emotionally, and physically. We love our families just like everybody else in this world does. And God made me a fighter. And that's weird because I was born in the year of the Civil Rights Act. And didn't know this is something I was continuing to do because I loved my mom. Maybe they didn't. And of course they didn't. But she meant something to me. And I've called government and state officers, crying on the phone, letting them know what happened to my mom. I'm crying. And someone in this state representative's office started laughing at my pain and my hurt. And I said, I guess this would be funny to you. I actually have it recorded. Because I learned a long time ago, people will say one thing, and then later on, it changes. And I was tired of looking like a liar. I needed evidence and proof whether I used it or not. "23 years ago today, I lost my mom. Just a week ago, I lost my sister. Like I said, they are legally able to kill and hurt us now without any consequences. I mean, the Texas Dental Board said the dentist did not commit no wrong when he injured and messed up my mouth, and he had no permit and anesthesia for levels 1, 2, 3, and 4. So how can you tell me, the Texas Dental Board, he committed no wrong? Guinea pig. Practice medicine. Like I said, medical examiners, the state has allowed them to take as long as they want to, using excuses about, oh, we got too many of this. Hire more people. Because the longer you take to investigate the case, the evidence is either being pushed to the side, hidden, or covered up. These codes, like I was saying before, these black codes and these Jim Crow laws still exist. They're just in different forms now. Section codes, penal codes, rules, regulations, chapters, immunity, non-jural immunity. I was told by my sister's children that they're going to cremate her because none of us can afford to bury her the right way. There's hurts. I tried to get her on insurance a long time ago, and State Farm said that she had too many health issues. But we didn't think that we would have to make this decision so soon due to Memorial Hermann Hospital Southeast at Astoria. They should pay for her a decent funeral. But now that she's no longer here, they're not calling anymore. Pushed her to the side like they do a lot of people. They committed the wrong, and they seem to know nothing is going to be done to them. There's too many powerful organizations protecting them than they are protecting us. That's what I'm trying to get those that are listening to me to understand. I done been through this here a whole lot of times, trying to get justice, trying to get fairness. That really doesn't exist, because if it did, we wouldn't have crooked lawyers. We wouldn't have crooked judges. People wouldn't be doing things the wrong way against us. It's legal now to hurt us because the hospital is protected. I'm still waiting on Health and Human Services that I said, please help me. I think my sister is in danger at this hospital. The Adult Protection Agency, please help me. I think my sister is in danger at this hospital. And still have not heard from neither one of them yet. And the Adult Protection Agency had the nerve to tell me it's a hospital issue. I wasn't at that time talking about going to the hospital to go against the hospital. I asked y'all to step in to go see my sister. You know, because that's what the Adult Protection Agency is for, to protect, right? So I asked them to go and see her. Look at the blisters. Look at how she's falling out of bed. Do this, do that. Oh, no, we can only give you a report number, and we can recommend it to HHSC, if I'm not incorrect. My sister's been gone now for today, the 8th day. And I still have not heard from anyone. They said that they are implemented to look out for us, to help us. Of course, God is number one. This is the time when your faith has to stay with God. You have to hang on to him so tightly that you cannot let him go. Because if it wasn't for him giving me the strength to do what I do right now, there's no way I would be able to do this. But we have to know, we have to understand what's going on. And if we do enough research, there have been too many people dying in the hospitals, getting killed by cops live on national TV, shotguns, able to do this, and nothing happens to them. Sounds like racism still exists. Not from everyone. I'm not saying everybody in the world is a crook. Not every doctor is bad. Not every lawyer is bad. Not every judge. Because I done met a couple of judges. They just wasn't on my case. But they treated me like a human being. But the ones on my case treated me like I was nothing. Like I was a laugh being in their courtroom while all these other lawyers got briefcases and they're dressed. I was dressed professionally. I had my briefcase. I had my petitions in my briefcase. And I respected the rules of the court and didn't disrespect anyone, not even those against me. So what did I do wrong to not get justice? Not just for my mom, but now for my sister, for myself, and everyone else out there that needs it.